Amid the unforgiving African savanna, where the sun spares no mercy, lives one of the most efficient hunters on Earth. Have the claws of lions, nor the raw power of leopards. They win through unity, precision, and speed. These are the African wild dogs, masters of coordinated hunting. With a hunting success rate of up to 80%, every chase is a living lesson in strategy. And in this video, you'll witness dramatic encounters where persistence and discipline rewrite the outcome of every hunt. "12 animal fights that prove wild dogs are Africa's master hunters, tactical predators." In the golden light of dusk, a pack of African wild dogs begins a brutal pursuit, a version of animal fights that involves no roaring or bloodshed, only relentless endurance. The wildebeest, large, powerful, and determined, is the ideal target. But for the pack, this is also a chance to showcase one of nature's most sophisticated hunting strategies. When the wildebeest finally slows, it faces not a single predator, but a mobile wall of hooves and horns. They don't charge head-on. Instead, they rotate attackers in waves, forcing the prey to run, never letting it pause to recover. This endurance has a biological foundation. The wild dog's heart accounts for nearly 1% of its body weight, larger proportionally than most predators. Combined with muscle fibers rich in mitochondria, it enables them to maintain speeds of 60 kilometers per hour over several kilometers. The wildebeest, while capable of sprinting up to 80 kilometers per hour, lacks the stamina for a prolonged chase. As one wildebeest is separated from the herd, confusion spreads. Some mothers and calves hold their ground while others scatter. With a single target exposed, the dogs seize the moment. One by one, they rotate in, a living engine of pursuit, never faltering. After 20 minutes of steady, tactical pressure, the wildebeest collapses. It wasn't outpaced. It was outlasted. Worn down not by brute force, but by the collective stamina and teamwork of the pack. This is animal fighting in its most calculated form, a triumph not of muscle, but of coordination and resilience. In summer, when food is abundant, African wild dogs change their strategy. They move from hunting small animals to targeting whole herds of wildebeest. But big prey comes with big danger. Sharp hooves can slash, and horns can strike hard. Adult wildebeest are powerful opponents, especially for a young pack still learning to hunt as a team. They don't rush in. After minutes of silent stalking, a well-timed move splits the herd. A calf is left behind. The final attack is swift. In less than a minute, it's over. A fierce hunt doesn't need to be bloody. It just needs perfect timing and the deadly patience of a predator. These hunts don't start with a sudden burst of speed. They start with endurance. African wild dogs chase their prey like a relay race. One group runs, then another takes over, and they keep going. Their hearts are big, almost 1.3% of their body weight. That's more than most predators. It helps them pump blood and oxygen efficiently for a long time. That means they can run fast, not just for seconds, but for kilometers. This isn't a loud, chaotic fight. It's a hunt of stamina, teamwork, and smart strategy, where every step wears the prey down before the final move. A mother waterbuck and her calf race along the riverbank. Behind them, over 10 wild dogs are closing in, not rushing, but never losing sight. Wild dogs don't rely on fatal blows. They depend on speed and rotating pursuit tactics that exhaust their prey. When cornered at the water's edge, the calf dives in, hoping to escape. But suddenly, a hippo surfaces, threatening both mother and child. They return to land, clinging to the cliff wall. The predators hesitate. Wild dogs aren't fond of water. A rare escape dictated by terrain and extraordinary survival instinct. On a patch of open ground near a thicket, a male bushbuck finds itself surrounded by 3 wild dogs. Despite having powerful spiral horns, it's on the defensive. The dogs don't strike immediately.
They're gonna get him.
They move in a triangular pattern, taking turns closing in, leaving the bush buck unsure where to respond. This is one of their signature tactics, blending speed with strategic positioning. The bushbuck tries to hold its ground, but as it's backed into a cliffside, its defensive space shrinks.
Yeah. He's up, guys. Shock with it. And the mobile's coming.
Overwhelmed by coordination and numbers, the wild dogs quickly take control. Victory doesn't always come from brute force. Sometimes it's teamwork and discipline that deliver the edge.
Not so good. But you'll die now, Dave. Oh.
A lone impala, cornered and desperate, attempts to escape by wading into a shallow lake. On the shore, the wild dog pack fans out into a crescent formation, waiting patiently. Though not naturally built for swimming, instinct drives one lead dog into the water. The rest follow, forming a pincer maneuver mid-lake. The impala, unsteady in water, hesitates as it turns. That pause is all it takes. One dog seizes the moment and closes in from behind. In the wild, where every step carries consequences, a single miscalculation can rewrite fate. A herd of African buffalo, each weighing over 1,500 pounds, may seem too formidable. But wild dogs aren't limited by size. They exploit separation. After minutes of circling, they isolate a single buffalo, perhaps old, perhaps slightly injured. The initial assault causes panic. The dogs rotate, preventing the buffalo from regaining orientation. Other buffalo approach to help, but the dogs form a chaos wall, disrupting any rescue attempt. In the wild, it's not the strongest who prevail, but those who master the art of splitting unity into isolation.
The wild dog pack just killed an...
On open terrain, a male kudu is doing its best to outrun a pack of wild dogs closing in from behind. Though capable of reaching over 30 miles per hour, the kudu lacks the endurance to outlast the long-range chase of the dogs. Wild dogs don't rely on brute force. They exhaust their prey with unrelenting pace and positional intelligence. The end doesn't come with a knockout. It's the result of pressure applied with the precision of a biological clock. Under the scorching midday sun, an impala crouches in the shallow lake, surrounded by African wild dogs on the far bank. They don't rush in. They wait, as if anticipating its next move. One individual ventures into the water. Its upright ears, lit by the sun, silently signal the others. The whole pack follows, pace increasing with every splash. The impala struggles, but in a habitat it doesn't belong to, each movement becomes labored. Eventually, fatigue takes over. Once again, the wild dogs prove why they boast the highest hunting success rate of any land predator.
Yeah, watch how quick, I mean, this animal's...
A herd of African buffalo crosses the invisible boundary between two territories, one of which has already been marked by the scent and calls of a wild dog pack. Suddenly, a dog dashes into the center, not to attack, but to disrupt the formation. Within seconds of chaos, a calf is isolated. That's all the wild dogs need. Their first strikes confuse the calf, throwing off its rhythm and ability to keep up with the herd.
Oh, there's another.
The mother tries to return and shield it, but the dogs form a ring, denying access to any would-be rescuers. Divide, then conquer. That's how wild dogs subdue prey far larger than themselves.
As tough as it is, getting...
As the golden sunlight spreads across the savannah, a pack of African wild dogs, relentless and strategic hunters, successfully drives a pair of buffalo calves away from the herd. They attack in small groups, taking turns to close in, never giving the calves a chance to return to their mother. But just when it seems like the hunt is over, two male lions appear in the distance. They don't roar, they don't rush, they simply watch from afar, realizing that this time the kill isn't theirs.
Get in
The
touch on those two
opportunity
lads.
still
Get the
is.
dogs in the background right now.
A pregnant impala swims toward the riverbank, unaware that wild dogs lie hidden in ambush. Her movements are slower, heavier. One bold dog steps into the water, not driven solely by instinct, but by hunger that has pushed it beyond its usual limits. Its sharp teeth clamp onto the impala's back, dragging her through thick mud. The impala kicks, but it's not enough. In the wild, there are no easy choices, only instincts that awaken or fail to in time. A female kudu dashes across the savannah, trying to outrun her fate. But the wild dogs, capable of up to 31 miles per hour and unmatched endurance, remain close behind. A mere 2 to 3 miles per hour difference is enough to tip the scale. As fatigue creeps in and reflexes slow, the prey loses control. And the wild dogs, honed by millions of years of evolutionary precision, end the chase with mechanical efficiency. African wild dogs may not have the strength of lions, nor the speed of cheetahs. But they endure through coordination, persistence, and a refusal to back down.
Pas aussi résistant.
Their hunts aren't just about instinct. They're a masterclass in strategy, in sacrifice for the pack, and in how nature rewards ruthless balance. In the wild, victory rarely belongs to the lone hunter. It belongs to those who live together and survive for one another.